Well, hello there, it's Kriint and welcome to another tutorial Tuesday. So today we're going to see how to create basement windows, and as you can see they are mostly for looks because you cannot really see what is going on the inside, but I still think they look pretty good. So this tutorial is inspired by a tutorial that a fellow simmer did. Her name is the Kalino and she has a Tumblr page account. I don't know what it is. And the tutorial was called How to Create Basement with Wall Textures. And I think she did that 6 months ago, something like that. So this is one example of what you can create with this tutorial. As you can see, it's pretty simple, it's pretty clear. So let's jump into it and see how you can do it yourself. Okay, so we're here, and what you need to do, and what I always do before building anything, is turning on the Move Objects sheet. And then you need to create essentially any 2-floor building. It doesn't have to be your final building, this is simply a placeholder, so don't start building everything. And the first floor of this building is going to be your new basement, and the second floor is going to be your new first floor. So let's say you want to create a nice house with a basement of 3 stairs. So this is, I guess, approximately 3 stairs, I'm not completely sure. And what you want to do is you want to eyeball this line, essentially the top of the new basement, to line with the actual basement of the building you want to create. So you pull it down, and as you can see now they're in the same height, and you can see that by pretty much pulling the new first floor, obviously they cannot connect, but this is not the point. So you can now delete the second building that we built. And as you can see currently, the way terrain tools work, you have a giant hole around your building. And the problem starts with how do you cover this hole, because if we didn't have this hole, everything would be perfect. And this tutorial wouldn't need to exist. So what you need to do is go to terrain tools, and you want to essentially create a little working space around your basement. So let's make it like a 1 square thing around it. That would give us good working space. And now, well, you have a bigger hole. And how do you cover the original hole? You need to get the half gambled roof, and you get that obviously in square buildings, and if it's diagonal, you get the diagonal one. I think it's like kind of duh. And you want to essentially line the two, I guess, the basement and the roof. And you create a cute 1 square roof. So cute, you cannot stand how cute it is. If, like you will see now, that I cannot have it high enough, like this is the highest it goes. So if you are creating a medium wall or like a higher, you need to have it 2 squared. Just this is a heads up for future use. So essentially you line up this wall with this one. You want them to be the same height. So as you can see currently they are, and you want to pull all the edges in. So it's very seamless now. So you essentially now copy this little wall that we did, and you place it on the other side, and pretty much every other side you want to cover. And now you have something. You pretty much again copy this one, and you expand it as the width of the building. And now if you pull the first level in, you can see that we have a seamless new 3x4 building. So this actually solved the problems with the hole. You will need to do the whole thing with the roofs all around the building, which is very time consuming, but the final result is worth it. As you can see now, if I try to pull the terrain back to where it was, you can see that here there is no gap. Like you can see the brown thing, but it looks way better. And obviously you can add windows here. So the windows don't look at anything actually, because, well, that's how it works. And if you try and add windows in the inside, the problem that arises is that those windows essentially look at the roof. But I think it looks pretty cool on the outside. Yeah, it doesn't bring any light in, but this is the best alternative that we currently have. And there are so many ways that you can do that. So let's just jump and show you a few examples that I've done in the past. So this building is one example how you can apply the tutorial, and as you can see in the sides we have the basement windows that pretty much look into nothing. So here it's how it looks on the inside. As you can see, it's all walled up, like all around with roofs, but it works. And this is the building that we were originally at. As you can see, this is how the basement looks like. Everything all around it is walled up, and even the stairs, the thing around the stairs, I guess, is also basement. Obviously, you don't have to only create squares for this tutorial to work. For example, here we have a more, I guess, diagonal like example. And the problem with this tutorial is, and this, I guess, way, is that you cannot create basements like this next to actual basements, because if I try to do that, for example here, you can see that the building floats, and obviously I cannot add anywhere normal foundations. So you will have to paint with wall paints everything, and yeah, it's not ideal, it's time consuming, but it looks good. So this is everything for this tutorial. I really hope you found it helpful. If you create anything with this tutorial, please feel free to tag me on Twitter, because I would love to see your creations. And yeah, that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.